In response to the growing concern of non-profit organizations NPOs inadvertently contributing to global insecurity through the funding of terrorist activities, a two-day workshop has been conducted for organizations situated in the north-central region of Nigeria. The event aimed to equip MPOs with the knowledge and tools necessary to mitigate terrorist financing risk and safeguard against potential exploitation. Victoria O'Hare, the Executive Director of Spaces for Change, shed light on the necessity of the workshop. She emphasized the need for a tailored approach considering the diverse challenges faced by MPOs operating in the region.
They have learned about cash. They've learned about operating in humanitarian high risk regions. Those of them operating in the high risk regions, carrying out humanitarian activities to underserved communities. They've learned about the areas and techniques that terrorists or armed groups could exploit their organizations and their legitimate intentions. They've also learned about some of the new regulatory controls introduced by the Special Control Unit against money laundering, how they can operate safely and securely and also protect themselves against abuse.
The workshop brought together key stakeholders, including representatives from various non-profit organizations, government agencies, and financial institutions. One of the focal points of the workshop was the dissemination of findings from the Terrorism Financing National Risk Assessment specific to the MPO sector in Nigeria. The assessment was conducted by the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering, SCOMO, a unit operating under the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
I think one of the lessons that will be applied to our organization, mostly it will be in relation to financial administration. For example, in reducing the vulnerability index of the organization, through ensuring that funds gotten for projects are being managed efficiently. And also, we will try as much as possible to limit our interaction with cash and also comply with using financial institution in relation to all other transactions that will be conducted.
For NGOs that are just coming up, you don't be too naive to welcome all donations like, oh, this person wants to donate, let me quickly jump into it, let me get it. You have to make your findings, do your research very well. If possible, like you can background check. If probably is an organization, go to EFCC, check out all the necessary information that you have to get on.
The workshop underscored the international community's commitment to combating money laundering and terrorism financing. It emphasized overreaching goals, including protecting the integrity and stability of the international financial system, cutting off resources available to terrorists, and making it more difficult for those engaged in criminal activities to profit from their actions.
The facilitator was talking about deception. Of course, they won't come and tell you they are terrorists or you should do this or that. So you should be careful to do your due diligence. I think that was talked about a lot yesterday. Do your due diligence and be sure that whoever the donor that is coming to you does not use your organization as a front to finance terrorism. So overall, I think it's a wonderful program and is an area of our law that requires more sensitization because, of course, we live in Africa where persons are quick to collect money without asking for the consequences. So there should be more sensitization and then more processes should be put.
Non-profit organizations that kind of have been like funding terrorism in the past, mostly in Bay States, that's Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe. Sometimes we begin to wonder how they go about it, but with this, workshop, we have learned how they directly or indirectly have been responsible for funding terrorism.
As the international community continues to prioritize the fight against terrorism financing, workshops and initiatives such as these play a crucial role in fostering collaboration and equipping MPOs with the knowledge and tools necessary to contribute to global security and stability.
Point of direction again is about the cases where it happens in Meduguri, where some INGO was a little bit doing something that was very bad. EFCC was a little bit elaborate, giving us the details information on how to go about it, the various problems that happens, and the way to solve it. I really commend the space changes for giving us the opportunity for being exposing us to get the information of the topic we have been considering. It was excellent, and I believe that other NGO will be able to acknowledge and able to join us and spread the gospel news.
The outcomes of the workshop are expected to guide future policies and practices in the region's NPO sector, aligning them with international standards in the ongoing battle against terrorism. Oluwatobienito, reporting for TV Platinum.